Okay, so this video is going to be a real quick on how to navigate MyMathLab. So you're going to go to mymathlabforschool.com. It would be probably a good idea to bookmark this because you're going to be doing all of your assignments through here. And then you're going to sign in. This is a follow-up to after you've registered. So that last video where I show you how to register, you're going to have to do that first, and then now this is just kind of showing you how to do things within MyMathLab. So my Dickinson sample student 1, okay. So you're going to have one class. So I have added myself as a student to both of my classes. So you're going to have one class down here, probably either math analysis or pre-calculus. And that should be all that you see when you open it up here. So I'm going to show you in the math analysis class, but the navigation is going to be exactly the same for pre-calc. So I'm going to click in here. And then it's going to come up with a page that looks like this, where you're going to have a calendar. And if I make an announcement, you're going to have an announcement down here. So the calendar, you'll notice that there's these 2 dots on September 2nd. So I put in there some sample assignments just so you can see what this is going to look like. So it's going to show you due dates on your calendar. So I have 2 things that are due on September 2nd. And if I keep scrolling down, it's going to show me my current assignments. So this is kind of just the home page where it summarizes everything. Once you've completed assignments, they'll be down here where it says completed assignments. If you have something that's past due, it'll be right here. And so that's just kind of the overview. If you go over here to this list, you'll notice the second one down says assignments. So this is where you're going to find your assignments, and they'll be listed here, and you'll see I don't have any time limits on them. If there was a time limit for some reason, we can put that in there. And then you just click on whatever assignment you're going to work on. So I'm going to work on the homework, and I can click on first question. And it will take me to the homework problem. For those of you that used Envision last year, you're going to notice once you click into the homework assignments, they look similar. So the formatting here looks similar. You're going to have the same thing as last year with Envision. So like, let's say I'm going to say that's my answer. And if I check my answer, it's going to say that's incorrect. So then it's going to give me a hint, walk me through it. So I can click OK. You have the feature up here, just like Envision, where it says question help. So I can click up here on question help. I can do help me solve this, where it's going to walk me through several steps. I can go to view an example to help me with this. I can go to the textbook. I can, probably don't want to print. I'm not sure, ask my instructor. Looks like you can send me a message through MyMathLab. Probably an email is going to be better. I'm going to see it quicker if it's an email instead of a message through here. But then, so once you go, let's see. So I'm going to pick the wrong answer again, and I'm going to pick the wrong answer. And then I'm going to do final check. So just like with Envision, so you'll notice in the syllabus we talk about percentages of homework. You can get 100% on your homework because you can click similar question and then it'll give me a new question and I have the chance to get it right. So you can see the nice thing about MyMathLab compared to Envision is it actually shows you your score as you're going along. So right now I'm at 0%. So those are some things to note as you're doing your assignments. Down here, you can go to the next problem. You can go back to the previous problems and then make sure you hit save when you're done. Or like if you're halfway through, hit save so it'll save the progress that I've made. Okay, so it shows down here now I've only done question 1. So that is in assignments again. So I can see that these are my 2 assignments for the week. The other thing I want to talk about is the study plan. So in the syllabus, and we've talked about that for the study plan, if you master a objective, then you get an extra credit point for every objective that is mastered. So what that means is if I click over here on the study plan, it's based on my quiz results and my assignment results and everything. It's going to recommend different things for me. So if I go over here, you can see it says quiz me. The practice, there are not a lot of questions. There's a few questions for each objective, and the practice can help you practice it. The quiz me shows whether or not you've mastered it. So once you've mastered something, so you'll see down here, I mastered real numbers with finding the decimal form of a rational number and state whether it repeats or terminates. So it says right down here, I have +1 mastered the objective. Okay, so these points are your extra credit points that get added in at the end of the chapter. So you want to make sure that I wouldn't wait till the very end. I'd be doing these as you're doing assignments. They're short little quizzes. Some of them are only 2 or 3 questions. And I believe you can take them over and over and over until you get them right. So they're not like the typical quiz where you only get 1 shot. So these little things are extra credit points, 1 per piece. So that's something that you might want to be looking at, especially if you're done with assignments and have extra time left over. The gradebook over here, something to note is that your gradebook here is going to look probably a little bit different than Skyward, because if you get a 90% on the homework assignment, you'll get a 4 out of 5 in the gradebook on Skyward. So the percentages and stuff aren't going to be exactly the same, but it will give you an idea kind of how you're doing and what your progress has been. And the next one down is e-text. So this is one way to get to the textbook. So if you really want to look at the textbook, the other way is through the chapter contents. So let's say, so this is the whole beginning thing. You can go to let's go to the table of contents. So maybe you want to see what the book looks like for that section that we're working on. Give it a second here. Takes a minute. So this tells me, so we're working on P1, which is real numbers. So I could put in page 2 up here and it'll take me to page 2. And then you'll see it just looks like a normal textbook. So if you don't want to check out your textbook from the library, this is an option to look at it just like a normal textbook. Okay? So those are the main things. I'll go back to my main menu. The other thing is down here, if you see tools for success, if I click on that, this, if you get stuck with how do I enter answers, or like how, like just graphing calculator stuff, or just generally how do you use this website, this is a good resource down here, the tools for success. Or you can email me and I can help you through it too. So this is new to me this year, just like it's new to you. So we're kind of learning this together. Those are the basics that you're going to need to know to complete those assignments. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.